Hey folks, Coach Patrick here from Marathon Nation. I look a little sinister there with that lighting. I may move back a little bit. I want to talk to you guys a little bit in our weekly tip this week about dealing with missed workouts. I got a lot of action in the forums and personal messages. People asking me, "Oh, hey, totally missed this workout. What do I do now?" Missing workouts is normal, right? Working out is, if you're a runner and you're working out, maybe you're putting in 8 hours of running. Maybe 10, 12 if you're really crazy. Well, when you look across 24 hours a week for 7 days, you're looking at 168 hours. 10 hours is nothing. It's so small. It's so tiny. It's insignificant. And so there's no wonder that sometimes other things get in the way and kind of force training out. And that's totally fine. So here's my advice to you. You have a key set of workouts and you know what your workout rhythm is like. And this is what I do as a coach. I say, okay, we've got the key runs this week. We've got our long run, training for a marathon. We've got our tempo run, probably got a skill run. We've got some kind of like a hill run in there as well, or maybe another set of intervals. So we got 4 runs during the week. Of all of those runs, the closer you are to your race, the more important the long run becomes, and the less important the other runs become. The further away from your race you are, the more important it is that you're consistent. You put in more runs per week than any one given run. And so you sort of need to decide where you draw that line. For us inside Marathon Nation, we look at that line right around about 8 to 10 weeks out. At that point in time, you've really got to be putting all your energies into those long runs, and they've got to be great. The other runs are good and important, but the good work of fitness building and everything happened much earlier. So about 8 to 10 weeks out is that line. So if you find yourself on either side of that line, now you've got a set of a way of thinking about how you can make those adjustments. Don't be afraid to skip a workout. And there's 2 reasons why I would skip. Number 1, life is just crazy. You've got work, you've got commitments, you've got family, and you had this workout to do today, you couldn't get to it. And making it up tomorrow means you've got to do more stuff. It means more compacting of your schedule, more hard work. It's just not worth it. Any single run, simply not worth it. Okay? So don't sweat that. Number 2 is if you're injured. If there's another reason outside of a scheduling change, perhaps you've got like an nagging injury, or you're not feeling so hot, maybe not getting enough sleep, just skip it. Much better that you come back and nail that next run because you're rested, or have a great long run on the weekend because you're rested, than for you to suffer through that week hoping that the work that you're doing is going to really pay off. Because 9 times out of 10, it won't. Most of us have too many other commitments in our lives. If you're an elite runner and all you do is run and sleep and eat and everything is built around how you run, you can really bury yourself and go above and beyond what might be otherwise feasible because you've got all those recovery mechanisms and support mechanisms in place. For the rest of us average bears, we don't have that, and we run the risk of really putting ourselves into a deep spot. Okay. Now, if it's just a scheduling change and the rest of your week looks good, and you want to make a change in the way things work, that's fine. Just draw it out. Okay. Because if you look at your schedule, you'll probably see there's a day of rest after your long run, maybe even a day of rest before. Perhaps the tempo is always right after the skill run, or vice versa. Try and mimic that same schedule as you go. The last thing you want to do is take out a day of recovery, say, after that run, and then sandwich 2 hard runs together, or to do 2-a-days. At the very least, if you can't do the workout as planned, just put on your shoes and go out and do an easy 20-30 minute jog. I have 2 or 3 short default loops that I run around my neighborhood when all else goes crazy and I just need to get out and do something. I can throw on my shoes and just do that loop. I can run it fast or slow depending on how I feel. And I got a workout in and I'm done. And mentally, I'm in a good spot for the rest of my day. So when you face that challenge of dealing with a missed workout, don't sweat it. Now you got the tools to fix it. All right, hope that helps. It's Coach Patrick from Marathon Nation signing off. I'll see you guys over on Facebook, or maybe inside the house if you create one of our free 2-week trials. Take care, folks. See you.